like there's my face. You with me? No.
Yeah.
I know, it's really close. The camera's really close to my face, even though it's not. Just you there. We only have one viewer at the moment, so I'll wait until we've got. Hi! I'll wait until. And I'm once again looking at the wrong place. I feel I want to get a post-it note and just. Actually, I'm going to do that.
Post-it note.
I'm going to put like an arrow on my phone so I know where I'm supposed to be looking. Look. See? And this is where my sister's obsession, along with mine, of stationery comes in handy. I'm going to use my really cute little ponies and I'm going to stick one of these next to the camera on my phone. You know I'm vain, I get trapped in my own reflection. So if I put a cute little pony, you are always trapped in your own reflection. So we're going to get a post-it note and we're going to put it here to remind myself. Where is the camera? That's the camera. There we go. I don't even know what part is my camera.
We've got a lot of
there. Hi. Now I'm going to keep staring at this. Am I making eye contact with people now? Ah.
I can't mind.
Mr. Glitter Fairy just needs to get his shit together.
No. We're good.
Mr. Glitter Fairy, who I have photographic evidence of him with another woman. Don't. Shelley shared it, and I trust Shelley with all my heart. You and freaking Glinda. Oh, the post-it fell off. Right, if I put it on the lamp behind, maybe that'll work. Right, comments.
No.
Mr. Oh, for fuck's sake. Comments, Mr. Glitter Fairy.
Right. Jen Daniels. Hello, lovely fairy queen.
I love how you're always like the first one there.
Belinda Legg. Hi. Janine Basil says hi with a smiley face.
Hello.
Christina
Janine
Matson.
makes, you know that those sequin butterflies I like putting in your beard?
Ah, yes.
Janine makes those.
Oh, wow. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Janine. Christina Matson says hi.
Hello.
Donna Craig. Hello, Lucy.
We'll get through all the hellos and then I'll stop ranting.
Gillian
I'm not
Crumley.
ranting, I'm rambling.
Gillian Crumley says hi.
Hi.
Johnny Eastwood says good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Sarah Banks says hi. Kerry Rees Nalas. Hello, gorgeous people.
Good morning.
Hello. Sarah Anderson says morning. Charlie Ruby Woo says hi. Stacey Ward Nalas says hey. And Tracy Bickle says hi, Lucy. Loving your new nails.
Good morning, Tracy. Thank you. I went really short for a while and then I wanted to go really long. And that is my chair. It's not my ass. If it was my ass, I'm actually quite proud of my farts. So, you know, I'd be giggling. Right. So I just wanted to do, I don't know, a bit of a ramble. We all know it's going to end up in a rant, but I'm so close. I'm actually really far from the camera, but I feel like I'm here. I wanted to do a little ramble about a few things. Like anyone on social media will probably know I've been a bit quiet recently for various reasons, so I'll touch on some of those. Ian, pass me my headdress, please. I just suddenly realised I bought this for a photo shoot. It's been used like once and it cost like 80 quid, so I feel I need to use this a bit more. So I feel I should be fancy as fuck today. Be careful because I dropped it the other day and I snapped one of the wings. I know I used this. Wait. Oh, now I'm ready.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I bent one of them. Makes me sad. One of them's a bit floppy. So anyway, here I am, fairy queen. So I want to. It just looks really. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. It just needs to be. Let's just put the camera up so you can like fully see it. How free is that? I actually do nails in it sometimes just to get like my money's worth out of it. So anyway, so I wanted to go into a bit of a ramble. I'll put the Etsy link below for the people going, I need one, because she does these ones which are like flowers here and they're like, she's amazing. Okay, so I wanted to first of all do some constructive criticism on the nails I've done today, because I get lots of people always going like, oh my god, they're so perfect and stuff like that, and like they're not. And I kind of wanted to point out that we all see faults in all of our work all the time, and it's about learning to constructively criticize your work is the only way to get better. So I can see a fault in every set of nails I do. All of my clients, all of my nails, I find faults in all of them. But I kind of make little mental notes to myself to make sure that the faults I've seen, I stop doing and get better over time. So yeah, so I thought I'd kind of constructively criticise my nails so that you guys can get an idea. And then I'm going to go on to the opinion penis, which will be explained. I've been writing the opinion penis blog for a while, but the problem is every time I'm about to post it, somebody puts a shitty comment on one of my social medias and I'm like, oh, and then you get that, oh, you were clearly talking about me. I wasn't actually, funnily enough. I was talking about lots of people, but you know, the world does revolve around you. So anyway, right, so I'm going to constructively criticise these nails and I'm going to see if I can get close enough. So first of all, this is the thing I do every single time I use pigment on one of my long nails. I'm not sure if you can see it close up. Oh, it's not going to focus in. Focus in, focus in. Can you see there's like, just there, it's not going to let you see it. Damn it. I'm going to take pictures later. Whenever I put my top coat on, I never top coat properly on my long nails. Only when I'm going to do bloody pigment. And so there's like bobbling. So you can see where the top coat didn't fully cover that corner. So there's then like a bobbly effect. You can kind of see it there. So that's something I really need to work on myself. Another thing is the shaping. Some of it is really good on a point and other ones are a bit wide on a point. So I've kind of, yeah. So I need to work on my form placement. First of all, I find it takes me about 4 hours to do a set of nails like this. So 2 hours is normally application and then 2 hours of decoration and filing. I mean, it'll take like an hour to file these in anyway. So I need to make more of an effort to maybe spend a little more time on my application. And then I can spend a little less time on filing. So if I spent a little more time applying my forms and carefully getting the seat curve and the shape so it's all uniform, it would save me time. I just thought something else. My crystal placement as well. That one I really love because it's nice and like it kind of flows in. Whereas that one, I feel I just got carried away and just put loads on. And because I put so much down here, it's detracting from my crystal maze balls and my cube, which are possibly the most beautiful. Basically, I got these crystals to sell at the on the Glitter Fairy site, and then I had to do a set of nails to match them. Yeah. So I'm constructively criticising. So they're the bits I'm unhappy with. The bits I'm happy with. I haven't done geometric in ages, so I'm quite happy with how my ring fingers turned out. That one wasn't great, but I was going to put crystal on anyway. I'm really happy with the white because I never normally do white nails and I think it came out really evenly, and on the whole I think for a set of nails done on myself I'm pretty happy with those. So that was just a bit about like constructive criticism, because I think some people, it's a pet hate of mine when you see all these people. I'm gonna have to take this off now because I just feel a bit silly wearing it. Now I look dull. Yeah. I'm scared I'm gonna break it. So I see a lot of people, they'll share a picture and they're like, oh, they're shit. Yeah, but you're not. I just don't see how that helps anyone when all you can say about your work is these are bad. Why are they bad? Tell me why you think Mr. Glitter Fairy is putting them on now. And I'd switch the camera, but it's so hot here, he's half naked. So, oh, you look beautiful. Oh no, we have to see this now. See this little cherub. Right, I've got to get my, oh, it's not going to spin that way. Look at that man. Look at that little cherub. Fresh out of a Midsummer Night's Dream. I'll not say the character I think he looks like. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so you see a lot of people just going, oh, they're really bad. And I just think that's fine if you're, as my blog has previously said, just looking for a cuddle. It's all right to go, I just think these nails are shit, help, just make me feel better. It's fine, but then just admit it. But when you're looking for constructive criticism, I think you need to learn to criticise your own work. So try not to compare it to other people. You know what your nails should look like. You know what a finish set should look like. They should be smooth, you know, well balanced, all the same length. Really basic things. That's all you're really looking for. So I think when people just go, oh, they're crap, I just think you need to learn to constructively criticise your work. And now I make a point of doing it to every set of nails I do. And also learn to take a good picture at a good angle, because you can hide a lot in a good picture at a good angle, which seems to be, no, gonna finish that sentence because I'll get in trouble if I finish that one. But anyway, so yes, so that is my constructive criticism. Bit. Have I missed comments?
There's a few.
I've seen them flopping up. You look beautiful.
I know.
Carry on.
Christina Matson says it's almost 2 a.m. in California.
God, you're up late.
Early. Depends.
Stuff myself with my tweezers. Yeah, I'm fine.
Sue's rants, loving your hair colour. Living for your hair colour, sorry.
Thank you. It's kind of just fading out, but it's going a nice rose goldy colour, so we're just rocking it. And it means I can have white nails because my red hair dye doesn't dye. It doesn't. When I have red hair, I can only have dark nails. Look, I've just made myself bleed on my friggin' tweezers. Ow! Look. Anyway, carry on.
Christina Manson says, ooh. There's some hearty faces from Tracy Bickle. This is before I came on the screen. I just want to remember. Steve Kirkby says hello. Kerry Reeves now says, oh my god, I need. Sarah Anderson says, stunning.
I think that's to the headdress.
This is to the headdress, yeah.
It's very special.
Janine Basil says, perfection. Samantha's nails. Hello from USA, California.
Hello.
It's almost 2 a.m. here.
Bloody hell, you're up late. Didn't you just say that?
Kerry, that was
someone else.
Someone else, yeah. Kerry Reeves, now an artist. It is really damn hard doing your own extreme nails.
It is, but I try not to. That's one thing. Another thing that really annoys me when people say, "Can I have some CC?" and you give them some, and then all you get back is an excuse for why everything you've said in the constructive criticism, and you kind of think, well, you already know those issues, so you should just say, I'm aware of this, this and this, I wasn't focusing on that. Do you have any other constructive criticism? In which case people go, no, I agree with all your points, blah, blah. It is difficult to do your own extreme length nails, but I try not to have that as an excuse for them not looking half decent. Like, okay, but that one's got a little bit of a want in it, but I just can't be bothered to redo it. I spent 4 or 5 hours doing them yesterday, and that's it for 2 weeks. I'm done. That's it. Except the fact that I've got a nail with a mwah. But that one, for once, I normally do that and it's like off in another direction, but that is the straightest I've done that nail ever. Yes. Carry on.
Lynn Erasmus says, you are very pretty.
Thanks.
Kerry Rees says, oh, I love him.
Isn't he cute?
No.
Keep getting a double chin.
Christina says, holy cow, it's so hard to do your own nails and it's so easy to be nice on people and to rip on yourself. I wish I had the magic answer. Sheila W says, hello with a wavy face, and it's 4:59 in Florida. Donna Craig, Lucy, I love your new nails. I'll post my glitter fairy glitter nails once I'm done with them, and my little pet hates about my own nails. I'll add photos. I love a good CC.
Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
I've just got to go back to the comment that I just saw. What did you say? Oh, it's so easy to be nice on other people's and rip on yours. I think what you need to do is find a happy medium and do it for both. So you need to learn to see the halfway, so you see the good and the bad in both yours and other people's. Because I think when people ask for constructive criticism, you know, you should be able to say, well, not your opinion. Nobody wants your opinion on a constructive criticism, but you should be able to see the faults but see the good bits as well. There's no point just tearing someone apart. And sometimes people will share a set of nails and they're just learning or they've just trained or something like that. And you look at them and you're like, oh, Lord. But then you find the thing that is most important that they work on. And there is always a positive in something, even if it is the way they've used the colour or something like that. But you need to, I see sometimes when people who have just trained and their training obviously was a bit lacking and people are like, they literally tear them apart and you're like, wow, well done. You could have just been like, yep, I can see a lot of room for improvement. The thing I'd focus on first is this one bit. You know, keep going. Whereas some people, I've seen them literally tear people apart and you're just like, what are you hoping to achieve by this? Like, if someone spoke to you like that, would you continue to do nails? Or would you just go, well, I'm shit, I'm stopping. So, yeah, carry on with the comments.
Sheila W says they are beautiful. Angela the Roo, hi Miss Lucy, it's 11 a.m. here in South Africa. I must say I love your work. Thank you for being such an inspiration. You are awesome.
I'm sweating so much my mascara was coming off. Thanks. Yeah, because they're only an hour different in SA. I say SA because it really annoys him. It's South Africa, it's SA. Calm down. It's SA.
Angela's from South Africa and she called it South Africa.
And I've worked for about 10 South Africans and they all called it SA. Dear God.
I lived with one for a bit.
And my mother lived in actual Africa and she calls it SA. Calm down.
Trisha Rennie, hello. She says morning.
Morning.
Kimberly Solomon, I love your extreme nails. They're always stunning. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Samantha's nails. I do my own nails. It takes me about 3 hours. Oh my god, I wish I could trust someone to do them. I always use forms, it's easier for me to use than tips. I love having my nails super long.
I agree with that. There are a few people I would let do my nails, but they live so far away from me. So I have Kerry Benson do my nails. My fairies do my nails occasionally. Well, that's a lie. I managed to get a set of nails out of Kaz once. And the rest, Cass, sorry. And the rest, I mean, they turn up and I have to do their fucking nails. Language, Lucy. I have to do their flopping nails. And I never end up with a set of nails. And the best was when Crispy turned up with like 2 nails left on and like half snapped off. And I was like, well, you need a set of nails before we record any videos, clearly. Yeah. Yeah, it takes ages to do your own nails. I wish I could get someone else to do them, but I kind of have to blindfold myself sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, fun. Angela has also agreed with me as essay.
Yeah, I saw that. Nashleen Klein. Thank you so much for all the work you put online. You are a true inspiration. I hope I could get to your level. Any tips for beginners?
Just give up on a social life or friends or family. Tips for beginners. Be kind to yourself. I sound like such a hippie, but people are really like, this is why every now and then I'm like, I'm going to totally interact on other Facebook groups and stuff like that, because mine is more about my business rather than a help support. I mean, it's help and support for my business, but so I try and help, and I just get so aggravated with a lot of the way people talk to each other and some of the stuff that's said and stuff, and I just think, be kind to yourself. And I think for beginners it's very easy to want to ask loads of opinions on Facebook and stuff like that. I think whenever you get any advice from people, have a look at where that advice is coming from. So when I ask Hazel for advice, I mean, we all know Hazel Dixon's nails are out of this world, you know, multi-award winner, really well respected in the industry. I care about her opinion, and I know she'll be honest, and she's a fantastic educator, so she'll say things that will help me. Whereas other people sometimes, like some of the comments I get on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, okay, like I get some really horrible comments, and so I go and I look on their page. Oh, they've got no videos up, no, they don't have a channel. And then I like have a bit of a Facebook stalk and I look at their nails and I'm like, how dare you comment on me? So I think for beginners, take everything with a bit of a pinch of salt, and remember to always go back to, if you're happy with your training and your educator, a lot of people when they're starting out, they're like asking on Facebook, and ask your educator. Nikki kept doing this with me. She kept asking me how to do things, but I kept saying, while you're training with Kaylee, who's one of Hazel's educators, you need to ask her, because everyone teaches differently. So ask her, and then once you're done with that, once you're qualified and everything, I will happily help you. But while you're getting qualified, you need to listen to your educator. I go on such a rant. I'm such a politician with my answers, aren't I? Next question.
Lynn Erasmus has asked one of your favourite questions. How do
I do anything with my nails.
How do you work with such long nails? I have very short ones.
Watch any of my videos, you'll see me doing that. I really need to. I've just got a new tripod-y thing that I'm going to carry around the house. It's going to follow me for a day, because I get this sort of, how do you do anything with those nails? I actually can't function with my short nails. Like Ian said,
can't, honestly,
I know.
It's...
Mr. Glitterberry said to me yesterday, you're going to have to figure out how to work with your long nails again. And I've been fine these last 2 days. And when I have short nails, I can't type. I can't do anything. Like every morning we are mad juicers at the moment because I'm desperately trying to lose my cider baby. So I get up every morning and I'm chopping up fruit and veg and I'm juicing all that, and I cook pretty much every night, you know, home cooked meals. We don't do ready meals, stuff like that. So I'm cooking.
I don't. He does cook.
He does. Oh yes, yeah, he does. Mr. Glitterfairy works long hours, so it makes sense that Mrs. Glitterfairy, who starts work at 6 a.m. and is finished by 3 in the afternoon, gets dinner ready. That's why we do it that way. I don't clean because I have a cleaner, because life's too short to clean, basically. I don't want to clean. I can if I want to. I spent many years as a groom and I had not as long nails, but I had nails as a groom. Same as everyone else, but my general response is a little slower and carefully. And a lot of knuckles.
Samantha's nails says you're great.
I am, aren't I?
I love your work truth.
That's so modest.
I love your work truth. It helps me be better at what I do.
Yeah, just keep your head down and do your own thing. I think that's another thing. Like, what was it? Tony Lai shared a post the other day. Like having 10,000 Instagram followers is like having £1 million of Monopoly money. That kind of thing. It's like who in the real world, who cares? Because like on social media, it's a big thing. Like if you've got loads of followers and you're really popular and stuff like that, and I get that. And some people can make money. I wish I knew how. My YouTube makes me nothing. But in the real world, like every day when I walk to the post office, no one gives a crap how many followers I have on Instagram. They just care that I don't like bump into them and knock them into the road. That's, you know, I think just focus on the more important things.
Right, we're going back to the CC, these are all the CC comments.
Yep.
Christina Matson, that's exactly why I don't want to ask. I'm afraid to get torn up when I know there's nothing that can be said that's worse than what I'm already thinking about myself.
Then I think, I mean, my group is a pretty safe group for asking constructive criticism. People know that if they're shitty, I get rid of them straight away. So I think if you constructively criticise your own nails, so if you say, I did this set today, I can see this, this and this I need to improve on, and I plan on doing it this way, can you see anything else that I can improve on? And then if people get pissy, you can basically turn around and be like, yeah, could you read what I blimmin' asked? And don't be afraid to say that, because I really hate that argument. You put yourself out there, you deserve the shit. You don't. You don't. So I just think if you say, well, I've constructively criticised these, this is what I can see as a fault, this is how I want to improve, can you see anything else? Then I don't, you know, you should get decent criticism. But be careful on the groups. Like CJP is a pretty good group to comment on. There's a couple of American groups I wouldn't touch with a barge pole, they're vicious in there. But yeah, we all know which group that is. And we're all members of it because every now and then we're like, shit, people get going.
Samantha's nails says, ha 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 ha. Yes, I'm doing nails or something related to nails 75% of the time.
Oh, I know.
Sue's
Mr. Ferry's got used to that.
Yeah. Sue's rant says, I've stopped asking for CC now. I just do it myself, as you said. I look at what needs improving and make a mental note for the next set. Yeah, and I think also, and to find people you trust. Like I get a lot of people private message me, and it can take me up to a week to reply. Sorry, but it's because I want to sit and actually really look at your nails, and then I give some decent CC rather than a quick, yeah, they're great. But I have people private message me because they don't want to share it on Facebook and stuff, and I'm more than happy. Again, give me time to reply. But yeah. Nabila Suleiman says, hello from South Africa. Hello. Did she say South Africa or SA? She said South Africa. Oh, okay. Nashleen Klein says, could you tell us how your day looks like? Today, I'm off to the pub. I'm off to see my friend Phil, who I haven't seen in 2 years. And he had a baby. I'm useless. I've known Phil for about 8 years. No, longer. Probably 10. Since I was in Young Farmers. Oh, what a story. I should write a book. Yeah, I met him through Young Farmers and we've been friends for ages, probably one of my oldest friends. And I'm to meet him, I know his missus, and the blessed child in the pub. And then probably do some potting up later, or packing up, because there's a lot of glitters that need to be sold. Yeah. But generally my day starts at 6 a.m. My alarm goes off and I come straight in and start processing orders. Do the post office run between 8 and 9, and then sometimes have clients at 10, sometimes it's potting up, sometimes it's mixing up. Then generally by 3-ish I can stop, but that's why I start at 6, because that's when my brain works, and by 4 o'clock I'm useless. Then I have my day bath. It's nice to have a day bath, and then I'll make dinner and chill out. Then you're back on doing work again sometimes?
Yeah, often doing work again until about midnight. What?
Christina Metzen. All I was taught in California in school is how to sanitize and be clean. They don't teach us how to have a business or do nails well. I've learned that from continuing education and YouTube videos.
See, now that's interesting, because in England, a lot of the people that I like, some of the, always, like once a week, there'll be someone sharing a picture of a greenie going, I don't know what this is. And I was like, how are you qualified? Like, a lot, it seems to be missing a lot in the UK, because you see a lot of these one-day courses and they get a manual to take home, but they're obviously not reading it, so they don't know about the contraindications and sanitation, stuff like that. But I know in America sanitation is a lot. I mean, you have to autoclave everything and stuff, don't you? Whereas over here, it's just we can barbicide. But yeah, in America, it's much tighter with their like the health side of it. But yeah, but then you can go on skill building and stuff and build on that. Like as my cousin said, she recently qualified, and she said that her qualification just basically says she knows the basic knowledge, but now it's about continuing her knowledge. And I think that's the important thing in any career, any job you do. You're always going to have to invest in your training to keep up. Like my mum was a midwife, and she was always there was like the midwife journal, stuff like that, and she was always keeping so up to date on everything new in the industry, the new techniques, all this blah blah, always all this training, stuff like that. And I don't know why so many people they don't put that into other things. Like when we were working with the horses, like we were taking the horses training every couple of days. You go and train with your trainer. It's not just for the horses, for you. So I don't get why so many people, they get a qualification in nails and they go, I can do nails now, and then 10 years later they can't, and they're like, oh, everyone else's nails are so much better. And you're like, when was your last skill building? Oh, never. I do a 1-to-1 in skill building every year just for like acrylic, and then I do a couple or more art courses. I say a couple, about 10. But yeah, a 1-to-1 I think in skill building is really important every year. There we go.
Staying with CC, I'm not skipping the comments, or we'll come back to them.
We'll get to the opinion penis in a minute. Yeah.
Samantha's nails. I like CC, but I honestly do my clients' nails the way I would like to have my nails done. I criticise myself and tell myself if I didn't do it right, and to practice more or to try better or do better.
Yeah, and the point of, I mean, every set of nails, I think the minute I look at a set of nails and I say that's perfect, I can't do any better, I'll quit. Because there's no point. You always need to be striving to be better. Otherwise, what's the point in it?
Sheila W says, yes, I agree with you. Definitely don't get upset and worked up if you get negative comments. Who cares what they think? Everyone has their own opinions, and that's all they are, nothing more.
Yep, that's why I'm going to come to the opinion penis in a minute.
Going
to end on that.
Hayley Norton and Brenda Littles have both asked a similar question. Where do you see yourself in the future, or where do you want to be in 10 years' time?
Oh, I had no idea. I never know. My life has literally been, I've just flopped from one thing to another. I came out of school and I got a job in a bank, and then I got bored of that. So I figured I'd go back to horses, and then found out I was BRCA1 positive. So I was like, oh, horses won't really support me while I have surgery and come back and all that lot. So I was like, kind of came home. That was quite a spectacular leaving of the industry. So I ended up back at my mum's. And then I was like, what am I going to do with my life? I just kind of see if the nails went away tomorrow, I'd just, find a job to pay rent and then figure out what I want to do. I never plan for the future because it never works. When I was like 10, all I thought is, I want a car and a horse. That's all I wanted, to be able to drive and have a horse. So yeah, maybe a little unambitious, but yeah, just see what life throws at you. I think that's the best way for me.
That's a good answer. Teresa Patton, love your videos.
Married, that's where I want to be in 10 years. Married, for God's sake. Nothing's there. The slightly nervous laugh of Mr. Glitterberry. Carry on.
Saxy Jazzy. Yes, we're reading this chat here on YouTube. She's in California and it's 2:30 a.m. here. She says she's a new subscriber, so I don't know a lot yet about it all. All I know is I'm a cosmetologist and I love doing nails, lol.
That's all that matters then, surely. As long as you love what you're doing.
Brenda Little says, when did you start YouTube?
Year and a half ago. My followers on Facebook wanted to see how I did things, so I created my YouTube channel so they could see, basically.
Tony Masters says, structured life within it. Only way to live.
Yeah, pretty much. Just see what happens. I have a rough plan, like hopefully not be homeless or something, but other than that.
Jen Daniels. So what have you been up to and why so quiet? We've missed you. Ob's a fabulous new website.
I love how Jen is like, straight away, let's get this refocused. Right, where have I been? and have been an exhausted pigeon. What is that? You're either a night owl or a early bird. Yeah. I'm an exhausted pigeon. Right, so I'm not going to go into a rambling like, oh, poor me. I have suffered with depression and anxiety all my adult life, and I've got pretty good at managing it. But about, I don't know, after the surgery I really struggled anyway, because I didn't realise how much that would affect my body. So, I managed to hospitalise myself within about 3 weeks of coming home. I was, yeah. So I had a month in Lincoln recovering, and then about a month later, I managed to hospitalise myself. That was fun. But only like an A&E visit. Poor Ian had just been getting the Prince of Sweden's race car ready, and he came off the plane to get many missed calls from my cousin, so get to A&E, because I just stressed myself out beyond belief. Yeah. So I've kind of, after that, I tried to take as much of a step back as I could. And it's the anaesthetic more than anything that has taken forever to get out of my system. So anyway, recently I felt myself falling into one of my pits again. So I just kind of took myself back away from everything. And I do think that if you have any mental health issues, Facebook, social media, Instagram are the worst possible places to be, because it's full of bastards who are really horrible. So I mean, you won't see it a lot on my pages, but I do get negative comments a couple of times a week, sometimes every day, depending where the arseholes are. And I think I just went through a phase of I was getting a lot, and especially from one person, and I kept blocking them, and how they kept getting back on, I don't know. But it just really got to me. And I was just like, screw it. And for every wonderful message I get on YouTube, or anything, people thanking me for the work or the videos or whatever, for every wonderful message, I'll get like 20 messages to one slightly pissy one. But it just got to a point where all I seemed to be focusing on was the horrible ones. So I just kind of took a step away. That was it, really. Also, the new website, that is really stressful to get all that done. There was loads of things that I wasn't expecting to be going on. So the new website's coming in, new packaging coming in. There should be a live feed tomorrow with new packaging. Yes, hopefully, she says, even though I've not had a message from the delivery guy to say it will be here. Yay, so it might be Tuesday. But yeah, and I just find sometimes I try to do as much as I can for the people on my social media. I am someone who would prefer to live a hermit life. I do struggle, like when people say do it like this right now is quite uncomfortable for me because you can see my face, and I keep doing like that and I like double chin. But yeah, so I try and do as much as I can for everyone on social media, but sometimes I don't know, I just think the more you give, the more people want. And it sounds really silly, but so I post a picture where I say, oh, I'm doing my nails today, and there will always be one comment. And they don't always say, oh, I can't wait to see it. I like, oh, I hope you do a video, or it would be great to see a video. I get people just going, video, ? And I'm like, okay, yes, you own me. Yeah, so I just think sometimes, and I know it's really silly, and I do have a pretty thick skin, but it just gets to a point sometimes, and I'm like, oh, ask nicely. Like, I'd like to see a video instead of just video, ? And I'm like, yep, because have any of you tried to do your own nails while filming? And sometimes it's nice to just sit and do your own nails and not have to worry about, am I in shot, what's my lighting like? And even when I go out of shot in a video and I go, I'm really sorry, I'm out of shot a bit, blah, blah, or it's a bit blurry, you still, despite the fact I've said I'm sorry, you still get people bitching about it. You're like, well, don't friggin' watch it then. Getting into a bit of a rant. But yeah, so that's kind of why I've been away, really. We're going to go through the comments, and then we're going to discuss my opinion penis. And then we'll finish.
I think Jonathan Vermeer Official is after likes from YouTube. So
we can bugger off. Yeah. That's another thing I hate. I really like your feed. Like my channel too. Bugger off.
Miss Honey's Nails. Hey from Houston, Texas. It's 4:20 a.m. here. Laughy faces from Tony Masters. Vegan Tard has been in custody again. I think it might be why you've been quiet.
Been in custody again? What, like a custodial sentence?
Jen, Jen Daniels says, well, I am, with some laughy faces.
Someone called her nosy.
And she said nosy.
Well, it is in the title. It is in the title. You can be nosy.
Kerry Rees says, I need to go. Fabulous as always.
Bye. I mean, you've gone now, but bye.
Samantha Stouts, good question. Good morning. Not Nows related, but I have to ask, how is your hippopotamus doing?
Bonbon is awesome. I got some pictures of her the other day. They tend to send me a lot about the baboons that also live with the hippos. Well, not with them, but on the same estate. But I actually got some pictures of Bonbon the other day. She looks awesome. And we also have Foofy Bonbon behind us. But yeah, she's good.
Tony Masters, pity we can't throat punch him.
Oh, you want to, don't you? But you have to just pity them because there's obviously something so miserable. Like in my life every day, I try, if I haven't got anything nice to say, I don't say it. Well, in my head I might, but But see, the people that go out of their way to say it to other people, you just think, what happened in your life that you're so miserable that it gives you pleasure to talk to strangers on the internet like that? I mean, you're a terrible human being. That's what I think about them.
Saxy Jazzy says, I have a beauty IG, but I'm so sick I don't know if I could pull off a YouTube channel. I used to have one when I was younger. When I was younger, I had a hard time with bullying, mean comments. Yeah,
I do. Yeah, and I think, and that makes it. This is something that really annoys me. The amount of times people say, "Will you put yourself out there?" Right? Okay. So if you were walking your little girl to school, and some idiot who'd been drinking all night ploughed into you on the sidewalk and killed your little girl, that's your fault. You took her outside.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have left the house. There's cars outside, there's drunk people outside, it's your fault she died. No, it isn't. It's that drunk idiot's fault. So if I have created a YouTube because I was asked to, and I've created it for my followers who wanted to see me working, and then you get idiots come out of nowhere and all they can say is like, I did a marble once with red and cover pink. And someone was like, oh, it looks like blood and pus. Is that all you can input into my, seriously? You spent 30 minutes of your life watching that video and all you can do is make a shitty comment. No. And then people will say, well, you put yourself out there. Nah. If I was, what's her name? Katie Hopkins? I mean, she says the most, she wants to get people angry and shouting at her, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she puts herself out there and she says the most controversial things. Could you stop wobbling the table, please? She says the most controversial things to get a reaction. I'm just doing nail videos for people that want to learn how I do it. And I'm not saying you have to do it my way. I'm saying this is how I've learned. This is who I train with. I put money into my training every year. I've been in the industry 5 years and I've spent about 15 grand on training. Now, if you want to do it a different way, do it a different way. But this is how I do it. Simple as. Sorry, rant. Other comments. But yeah, that whole you put yourself out there, don't.
Belinda Legg, you should put the V fingers at them, hun. You are what you are. Lots of lovely to be you.
That's why I always put clusters on these.
Kabam! Yeah. Hayley Norton, don't let them get you down. Thank you for all you do. I and everyone else really appreciate all your hard work.
Thank you. And I know so many of you, I know like 99% of the people that follow me do. But sometimes that 1% get you down. So it's easier to just step away rather than getting in arguments and fights with them.
Lorraine Fagan, don't mind negative gits. You're amazing and your work is amazing. You're an inspiration to me. Stay strong, honey.
See, that just seems insane. How am I an inspiration to people? I forget to feed my dog some days. How can I inspire people?
You are. Sheila W. I had a spinal fusion that didn't turn out well at all.
God.
I'm totally disabled for the rest of my life. I don't get out but once a month, but stay positive and surround yourself with people who love you.
See, and then I hear stories like that. And it is, and I think that was a lot of it after my surgery. You get a lot of, there's a weird guilt because I wasn't ill. It was preventative surgery. So there's a weird guilt you have that when people are like, I hope you get better. And I'm like, I'm not ill. I shouldn't, don't give me sympathy. It's very strange. It's very, yes, unusual. Oddness.
Jen Daniels, Lucy, I do love you.
I love you too. Jen sent me the most lovely message a while ago and I just cried. I only read it like 3 weeks after she sent it because she sent it on Messenger and I'm crap with Messenger. You all know this now.
Heather W says, thank you so much for all you do, Lucy. Take it easy and don't beat yourself up. We love you.
Thanks.
Sammy Keaton says, I know exactly how you feel. I deal with things like this daily and I work myself up in my head. People don't realise how much things like this affects us so much. Sending love and support. And if you need anything, she's there.
You guys are going to make me cry now.
Heather W says, we love you. Tony Masters says, that's why, I guess, to make them feel better about themselves.
Yeah, so, and the way to look at it is they're the ones that need sympathy and stuff, but I had that in my school when I was bullied terribly, and the teachers turn around and be like, I wonder why they're doing it. I was like, I don't care. If your child's a bully, you failed raising them. Sorry. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, actually. That really annoyed me at school, because they kept going that, we've got to figure out why they're bullying. No, exclude them from school, because they cannot function in normal world. They cannot be decent human beings to other people. And I'm just trying to, learn here. That really annoys me. Why are they bullying? Because they're dicks. That's why. Sorry.
Miss Honey's Nails, I think the age of social media has had a lot to do with the comfort of people's rudeness as well.
Yeah. Somebody said something the other day. Basically, you shouldn't write anything on social media that you wouldn't say to that person's face, or you wouldn't say with your mother in the room. And some of the stuff people say to me, if you'd say that with your mother in the room, then she didn't raise you right. And my mama did.
Excuse me. Tony Masters will agree with 100%. She says, just keep being you, because you're fucking awesome.
I am. Thanks.
D. Arnold, hi Lucy, love your nails, videos, and your fantastic rants. Stay positive. The people who matter love you for you.
I know, those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. Good old Dr. Zeus.
Yeah.
Live your life by him.
Miss Honey's Nails, people won't say it to your face but feel more comfortable because they can't be seen.
Yeah, and that annoys me, because I have always been one of those people that anything I say about you, I would say to your face. Anything. So if I'm going to say something about someone, I'd say it to their face. That's why I love the Dutch.
Yeah.
I love living in the Netherlands.
Samantha Stout says, great. If you have a chance and the time, would you mind sharing pictures of Bonbon? I'm really sorry people are so bitchy to you.
Oh, I will. I'll do a little video of Bonbon and the pictures I've got, and then you all need to go support the charity. That's the deal. You have to go give some money to them.
And Samantha says, why can't people be just a little bit more thoughtful and thankful for all the time you put in? Just so sad. Sharon Sher would like to know, and did you get a car and a horse?
I did. I have well, not my 5th car. And my horse, Buzz Lightyear. Yep, he now lives with a because she's at university, so he lives with the mum. I broke him in many years ago and almost broke my back in the process. He was from the New Forest and he was cut late, so he was a dick, and he still is a dick. And he broke someone's leg recently. Okay, but it is funny because he's one of those that, anyone who rides horses, you can't put him at the front when you go for a canter because he won't lead. But if you put him in the back, he has a shit fit and turns himself inside out. So they were having this really nice canter, and he was so good, so well behaved, and he does like to bronc. He can get all 4 feet, he's only 14 hands, and he can get all 4 feet 6 feet in the air.
That's quite big, isn't it?
14 hands, no, it's pony, tiny.
Oh, right.
He's just fat. My ginger ninja. And yet they were like, oh, he's been so good on this canter, let's have another canter. So they went for another canter, and he was not good. And she went flying, but when she landed standing, and she got this beautiful spiral rotational fracture, I think on her top part of the leg. What's that?
Fib.
I don't know. The big bone that takes a lot to break, yeah.
Fibula.
So yeah, poor woman was then in a cast for 2 months because Fatty broke her. It's not funny, but it is funny because he's a dick. But yeah, I do love my Fatty. And that's it. Are we up to date on comments?
We are up to date on comments.
Okay, so we'll discuss my opinion penis. I will get ranty on this, right? So I've always had the view that your opinion is like a penis. It's fine to have one, and hell, you can even be proud of it. But you shouldn't get out in public or thrust it down someone's throat unless they've asked you to. And that is it. That is what your opinion is to me. So you get a lot of these just saying, hashtag just saying, hashtag just fucking don't. Because I don't care about your opinion, and constructive criticism has nothing to do with an opinion. Nothing. When people say, beautiful design, but I don't like the length. That's your opinion, I don't care. give me some constructive criticism if I ask for it is another thing. But yeah, so I do think people are a bit too keen to go, well, it's just my opinion, right? And we're all entitled to have an opinion. Brian Cox, he said it beautifully. He's like, the problem is we now live in a world where so many people have freedom of speech, which first of all, you should be so lucky because there's still numerous countries on this planet that you don't have freedom of speech. So we have freedom of speech. So people assume that they can share their opinion with the world. And you can share your opinion with the world. If you're in England, America, loads of other places, you can share your opinion with the world. You're confused if you think that your opinion matters in any way, shape or form. And I think so many people are so busy going, well, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I don't care. I've got loads of opinions. Trust me. If you'd have met me when I was 18, you'd have all hated me. I had so many opinions. You can have an opinion, but don't jam it down my throat because I've not asked for it. Simple as that. That's my opinion penis, basically. And why it really annoys me when people are always like, that's just my opinion. That's nice. I didn't ask for it. And that really annoys me too, when people share a picture of their work and go, I'm really proud of these. And then all you get is people complaining about them. They didn't ask for your advice. They didn't ask for your opinion. And the other thing is, if you have an opinion, can you make sure it's a well-informed opinion, like an educated opinion? So I used to oppose the ban on fox hunting. I live in a very rural community and I had my reasons for it. Now, having had numerous discussions and debates with other people that supported the ban, I now support the ban and I don't agree with fox hunting anymore because I had rational debates and discussions with people who had informed opinions. And that is how I create my opinion, through educating myself. So when people have, when you say something nasty and then all they say is, well, it's just my opinion. Why is it your opinion? It was just my opinion. What, because you're a dick, it's your opinion? No, why is it your opinion? And I just think, yeah, so next time you want to go and say, well, it's just my opinion, it's just what I think. Why? Back it up. If you have an opinion, so you think the earth is flat, back it up. Tell me why you think it's flat. Okay? Tell me. Do you have scientific evidence? Because there's a lot of scientific evidence for the fact that it's not. So yeah, that's it really. All the comments have stopped.
They have.
Is it because I said penis too many times?
Oh, Heather W's femur.
Femur, yes.
Femur.
She broke her femur. That takes a lot to break, doesn't it?
And there's some laughy faces from Tony Masters.
Because I guess I've said penis so many times. But yes, so yeah, that's it really. Jen Daniels has written a huge one.
Going back to the 1% over 99% love, I had a lady the other day tell me my kids don't have real disabilities when I told her they have autism, and everyone every day tells me how beautiful my kids are
no, because
inside and out.
It's not really a real disability, is it? Unless you're like missing a leg or something. Yeah. That's just ignorant. But that's ignorance. Yeah. And that again it's an ill-educated opinion.
Tony Masters, that's the amazing thing about the CJP group CC is exactly that, CC not being bitchy.
No, that's really well admin. I think all the groups that are well admined don't stand for it. What?
Hayley Norton says Lucy fell for Prime Minister.
No, you wouldn't like a lot. No. If you think the Conservatives are bad, you'd hate me.
You got some hearts from Joe Cullen. Pip's nails, opinions like orgasms. You can have yours, but I only care about mine.
Yeah, that's it. And if somebody asks for your opinion, then give it. But again, if you can't back it up, when people say it's just my opinion, you're not backing it up. I try to only have public opinions on things that I've actually gone out of my way and informed myself on. That's it.
Samantha Stowe agrees with Pip's nails. You're so right, lol.
Scary. Right, we're going to go in a minute because I've been rambling for 50 minutes. Is there any other questions that people have or whatever? Or whatever.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Don't care.
Yeah, well, I feel like I've done my rant and I've got out everything I wanted to.
We're all quiet at the minute.
We're all quiet. We'll give you a minute because I know there's a little lag.
Pips now says we're all with you. We're all with you, Lucy. Don't let the idiots get to you.
I know. But it is hard sometimes, and I do get the I do get the whole, oh, just ignore the bad people and stuff like that. But after, it does get you down sometimes. And some of the stuff people say is just like, you're a waste of oxygen. And it does, I mean, it gets you down when, like, if we go for 2 weeks and every day I'm having to delete a couple of comments. And it also gets you to the point where there's so many keywords on my YouTube channel, which mean that any comment with one of those words in will go through to, it needs to be approved by me. Because I was getting, like, just sick of it. And then you almost get like so twitchy about like having to then check the comments all the time to make sure some crappy comment hasn't been left and stuff, and then I get like my loyal followers then like really jumping on them and like go like being quite aggressive, and then I'm like, no guys, just like, let's just leave it, let's just, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, so that's yes.
Samantha Stout says thanks for sharing, hun, you're great and we love you.
I never know what to say when people say that, just smile.
Sheila W says, how long does it take to do your nails? Like a full set?
These, between 4 and 5 hours. I normally put aside a morning, so I'll do it like on a Saturday morning or a Friday afternoon or something like that. Could you stop jogging the table? Yeah, so I allow 4 to 5 hours. I never rush myself, and if I only have like 2 or 3 hours, then I'd put the nails on and then I'd come back and decorate another day.
No. Oh.
Good
Little
morning
rock
from the
star
US.
girl. Good morning from the US. Tony Master says thanks for sharing. Pips Now says just remember that hate comments and haters is a sign of success. It means that people outside of your immediate subscribers are starting to watch.
I know, but isn't that sad? Like, a sign of success is people hate you. I was watching a Marilyn Manson interview, and he'd kind of commented something similar to that. And he's like, if you do something that everyone likes, it's not much fun. But I'm like, I'm just doing nails, for God's sake. But yeah. Yes, but then, like, I don't know, I think sometimes the hatred isn't... Why do we hate so much? I know it's like a human trait, but I don't watch Love Island at all. I watched a couple of episodes with Laura, and I get why it's so addictive, but also I don't have that much time spare. That isn't a judgment of people that do enjoy it, whatever, you know. But everyone seems to be really hating, like, is it Megan or something? And everyone's so fucking, some of the memes I'm seeing, and I'm like, you're a bully. You see you're doing that, right? Okay, so she's acting like a slag. Is that not the point of the show? She's being entertaining, and she's getting you all angry. That's kind of the point of the show. Like, the producers obviously love her if she's being that annoying. And then you just see all these posts about how she had surgery and she looked so ugly before. So, do you not wear makeup? Do we not do nails? Do we not change our body in some way all the time to make ourselves look a certain way? I just think, why aren't you necking? Why is that? Are you jealous because she's got a beautiful body and she's able to chase all these men?
He's jealous.
And get them all. Good. If I looked like any of those girls, I'd be on Love Island if you went around, my darling, I love you. But I'd go for stuff like that. Why not? You get to spend like 2 months in the beautiful sunshine in a lovely villa, screwing around doing whatever you like. Let her do what she likes. God damn it. Why are we all so... Everyone thinks they're so perfect they can judge. It's awful. Anyway.
Miss Hayes, thank you, Lucy. Glad you did this live. I look forward to more of Lee's. Sheila W says thank you. Pips Now says Times Now did a video recently about it.
See, I'm awful. I'm just subscribed to all these people, but I never have time to watch. I watch Liz's videos every now and then, but normally while packing up orders and stuff. I'm really crap. I should make more of an effort to watch other YouTubers.
Sharon Sherwood, just want to say you have a very cute little fairy face.
Thanks. I've got a beautiful picture of me as an angel in the school nativity. When I was like, I don't know, I judge age by height. I was about that big. 6, I don't know. My beautiful ginger flowing hair.
Tony Masters says jealousy, yeah.
Yeah.
Maestro de Hencios de Bulgaria.
Yeah.
I love you and your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Sarah Banks, I think you've already said, but do you sell the crystal maze balls?
Yes.
And all your loyal viewers love you and your nails.
I do. I sell crystal maze balls, and the ones on my nails at the moment, it's the 6mm disco ball, and then a 4mm cube. Because a lot of people are like, 6mm, that's huge. It's not that big if you look. It stands proud, but no prouder than any of my other clusters ever have. Is that going to show you there? There. And actually, these are a lot smoother than a lot of the other crystals I've ever used because nothing really snags on them. Right, we'll finish up comments and then we're going to go.
Have a W. Says, love you, Lucy.
Oh, I love you too.
And that's it.
That's it. We're done. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me for my rants. Hopefully, as I said, there should be a delivery tomorrow morning, fingers crossed, of some new packaging and stuff. So I will hopefully be doing a live feed tomorrow or Tuesday if they haven't arrived tomorrow. And there's going to be a competition to win lots of free stuff from the Glitter Fairy. So yeah, so thank you for joining me for another one of my rambly rants. Yeah. So any comments? Remember, if you commented during the live feed, it won't show up after. But if you comment after the live feed, it will show up and I will respond. So yeah, so I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
The fun of figuring out how to turn it off. There we go. Yay.